Hey, welcome back to Dev Tips. My name is Travis, and you've made the right choice. Whatever you were deciding on, it's probably the right choice. So today's video is inspired by a question that I've been getting a lot of lately. And I want to talk to you guys about tooling and using tooling in a professional setting. So the question is something like this. What should I learn? Sass, Less, Stylus? Which is used in most companies? Like, what should I use to prepare myself to work in a professional environment? And I'm going to extend this conversation to talk about Jade as well. I get some comments about my use of Jade in the videos. Okay, so I think that this is kind of the wrong question to be asking. If this is a question in your mind, what I would say to you is don't worry about Sass or Less or Stylus or even Jade or any kind of tool set that is available for you to make your work better and faster and whatever. Don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about it at all until you feel very, very, very comfortable with writing regular plain HTML, writing regular plain CSS, and understanding a good chunk of JavaScript and how to use it to get what you want out of it, right? If you understand those three core technologies of the web, everything else is just intended to speed you up. Don't worry about Sass, don't worry about Less, and don't worry about even workflow things or compiling things. Don't worry about Grunt or Gulp, or don't worry about Bower, or don't worry about your text editor. Don't worry about any new cool thing. Like we just did a bunch of stuff on parallax. I mean, I know you guys like that stuff and it's fun, right? It's super fun to do. I like it too. But don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about it at all until you have a super solid grasp of what HTML is, how it works, and what it's for. And then styles, what are they for? What are these selectors and what are the advanced basically the videos that I did a long time ago that kind of are crap, but they're fundamental, right? So the videos are the HTML5 Basics series and the CSS Basics series. If you've not watched those and you have the question of, what is a preprocessor? Which one should I choose? Stop right there and go watch those. There's like 5 videos in each one or 7 videos in each one. But what they will do is they'll give you a foundation, and maybe they won't make you a rock solid foundational developer, but they'll tell you what you should be understanding at least, and point you in the direction of where you can get more understanding. And I see this a lot, actually, that people want to run before they can even walk, and they want the big exciting parallaxy stuff, or they want to use the new tool or the new workflow or processor or preprocessor without having an extremely solid grasp on the foundations. I'm not saying you need to be the authority on CSS before you should even get into Sass or Less, but I think you're going to be tripped up on things that are extensions of CSS before understanding actual CSS. So if I'm talking to you about all this stuff right now and you're like, I know CSS. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Don't listen to me. Go enjoy yourself. But so now I'll talk to those people. And those people who they feel that they're legitimately prepared to extend their workflow via preprocessors or whatever. I'll talk to you about what is common in the work industry. Nothing is common. Everything is all Wild West. But I do see a lot more Sass than Less. Sass is, in my perspective, again, and your experience might be different. If you have more input, if there's actually like a census on this, please leave a comment in the video and help us all learn together. But in my experience, what I'm seeing around me is that Sass is definitely more popular, and people like the S CSS extension, which blows my mind. But and then Jade is not popular at all. People don't use Jade, partly because it's so tooling and frameworks for your markup is like, there's like a lot of crap that goes into that. And I'm sure like if you've written any language, if you've written any PHP, if you've used any JavaScript frameworks like Angular or Backbone or React or anything, like all of them will just mess up your markup because they're very opinionated about the markup. So if you have a preprocessor like Jade, and then you want to run it through Jade and then like come back into it and have like your handlebars tags or your like anything that like injects itself into the markup, it's going to be like weird and hard. So I only use Jade if the project that I'm doing is just like a small kind of self-contained thing and it's not going to grow out. Even if there's going to be other developers working on it, I'm like very hesitant to use Jade. Not because it's sucky, it's awesome. It's really awesome. I love Jade, but it's not standard at all. Like even like way lower standard than what Sass is, or even less, or Stylus. So, but yeah, to answer the question about what's used most commonly in the industry, I would say Sass SCSS version is the most popular, followed probably pretty closely by Less, and that's only because I think of Bootstrap, because Bootstrap uses Less. But I did see a tweet the other day from @MDO, Mark Otto, the guy who initially started Bootstrap. He said that version 5, I think, or version 4 of Bootstrap will be Sass. You know, they're going to switch from Less to Sass officially. And I mean, that's pretty telling, right? That's pretty telling of where the industry is going and where the support is kind of piling up on. Yeah, so that's the answer to your question, I think. The main point I want to stress is that you should not worry about this stuff until you feel that you are rock solid in the foundational things like HTML, CSS, and at least have a hireable knowledge of JavaScript. And then, you know, start worrying about your workflow, start worrying about your build tools, start worrying about your processing, and start worrying about, you know, like your environment and your IDEs and your, like, you know, your Git and your open, like, contribute and all that stuff. Like, don't worry about it until like you have the foundational stuff. Like, really, I'm serious. But in the meantime, like, have fun, right? Like, just enjoy it and enjoy the process of learning and enjoy everything that's possible, and make your dreams big, and take realistic steps to achieve them through foundational principles like learning HTML and CSS. So I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm rambling now, so I'm just going to cut myself off. Thank you so much for watching Dev Tips. This is just a video that I just wanted to kind of just give to you guys in a quick way. In the middle of doing a whole bunch of other projects, I just wanted to talk to you about this topic, which I think is pretty important, especially for people who are just, you know, coming into this industry, coming into these things, and like it can be overwhelming. I understand. There's so much out there, and the, you know, the barrier to entry is only escalating. And so I feel for people who are new to this work and who are trying to get their mind around everything. I know that there's a lot, and that's really why I tell you to focus on the fundamentals right now. So my name is Travis. This is Dev Tips. If you are not a subscriber to Dev Tips, man, I really think you should be. And then also, if you want to support the channel, we have a Patreon page. So visit patreon.com/devtips. Thank you so much for watching. And until we talk again, keep on hacking. Just keep on doing it. We'll see you then.